Am I the asshole for laughing in my cousin's face when she tried to stage an intervention for my, quote, drug use?
Okay. There are two ways this could go. He does legitimately use a lot of drugs. And he's like, which it would be really funny.
Yeah, like
but also extremely sad.
Yeah.
Or she's
that
like,
would also be a huge bait and switch for the show where Josh is, or me.
where you're doing a sad
Josh.
one.
Yeah.
Or he takes Advil and drinks coffee. Or smokes weed or something.
No, it's right in the beginning. Don't worry. And I guess it's closer to B. It's closer to the latter.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll see.
I, 27 male, have a condition which causes me to overproduce earwax. I don't tell people about it because I was bullied for it growing up.
Oh.
Only my wife and parents know. Every other day I have to put medication in each ear, let it sit, then flush it out with a rubber-tipped syringe. This prevents ear infections, vertigo, permanent hearing loss, and worsening of my tinnitus.
Oh, wow.
I have dealt with all of these things to some extent, so I stay on top of my eardrop regime. If my alarm goes off when I'm with others, I go to the bathroom for 20 minutes and knock it out. If I don't follow my schedule, I forget, so I can't put it off. Yeah, you see where this is going? 2 weeks ago, my mom hosted family dinner. My cousin Kara, 37 female, saw me waltz off to the bathroom to do my thing, syringe in hand, and asked what I was doing. I said just a minor medical thing. She kept pushing, but I didn't want to say anything because she gossips. I told her it's personal and scooted past. When I left, she was standing in the hallway. She asked what took so long and why the toilet didn't flush. I said none of her business. She said she didn't mean to offend. Last weekend, my friend called me to invite me out to lunch with some buddies. He said to meet up at his house so we wouldn't have to drive separately. I arrive at his house to find Kara and my friends sitting solemnly on the couch. Kara said they were here to talk about my, quote, problem and that they just wanted to help. I said there is no problem. Suddenly it clicked in my head what this was about. I couldn't help but laugh a little bit out of shock. She asked what was so funny, and I said, first of all, why didn't you talk to my wife or my parents? She said she didn't want to involve my, quote, enablers, which just made me laugh harder. She looked annoyed and said she was done trying to help. I said that's all right by me. She stormed out. I explained to my friends. They knew I had a condition but never pressed me on it. I guess when Kara approached them, they thought I was lying. Obviously, I'd rather they know than worry about me being an addict when I'm not.
Right.
I thank them for their support anyways. Kara had apparently reached out to all of my friends through social media.
Oh my god.
We all got a good hearty laugh out of it, which Kara must have heard because she was, of course, eavesdropping. She burst back in and told me...
She has a problem.
She has a fucking problem.
Yeah, she needs to have
We found the real
to.
addict here, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, she burst back in and told me to tell them the truth, to which I said I did. My friend kicked her out. We went for lunch, and I thought that was that. My mom called me yesterday and told me she had talked to Kara about the whole thing and explained. She said Kara was very upset with me and essentially called me an asshole for not explaining and laughing in her face and embarrassing her. I said I was embarrassed and that Kara had no right to my info.
Yeah.
I think she shouldn't go around snooping and making assumptions. My mom still thinks I should apologize.
No.
Edited to add, she didn't see my alarm go off, just ran into me on her way from the kitchen. My alarm isn't for dinner time. It's for 9:15 p.m. I do it at home most of the time. And that's it. That's, yeah.
Also, like, I don't think I have, like, a condition unless the comments are going to go crazy. But, like, I do have a buildup of earwax from wearing headphones all the time.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
And I do have to do the drops.
Yeah, with the syringe, yeah.
With the syringe. The syringe, though, looks like a cartoon syringe with a huge rubber tip on the top.
Yeah, with a very obvious blue tip.
It does not look like a heroin needle syringe or something.
Or like, yeah.
Or like, I don't know. I guess when I think of like needles, I think of heroin for the drugs, whatever it was that she thought he was doing. Like, it's a huge syringe because it has to hold a lot of water
into your, and also it has a huge hole.
And then it has a huge rubber tip that I swear to God looks like this.
Yeah,
like a little blue tip.
Yeah, because you have to put it in your ear.
Yes.
to get all that shit out.
It's not like a very tiny drug use syringe. So she saw one syringe that looked like literally a cartoon, and then she exploded this man's medical info, blasted it to his entire social network,
and was like,
and is now not receiving any sort of talking to or any sort of course correction. The teenager, the child in the situation, about this, and is expecting the person that she blasted his private medical information to,
force him to explain to people,
to apologize to her. That's really fucked.
That's absolutely fucked.
I don't know if it's like she has some sort of like something going on where she needs to go seek like help or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, because it sounds like she made up a lie in her brain.
And then
she jumped to a conclusion, and then she believed it fully.
And then had to, like, justify it after the fact, yeah.
And not only that, like, that's one thing to think that, and then to say offhandedly to someone, I think he has a drug problem, this. And then the person being like, oh, I have to overreact because that's my brother.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing. To personally blast it across everybody's social media.
To go on social media, message all of them to stage an intervention.
And constantly eavesdrop, gossip, like try to investigate listen for whether or not he's flushing the toilet.
Dude, okay, wait, real quick. There was an intervention. Do you think they wrote letters and like did all this fucking work?
Dude, that would be my actual literal nightmare. Like,
no, because I'm thinking about that and then
no, like that's so much emotional damage to everyone.
Yeah,
like this is a severe problem. You can't just be like, oh, it's a funny thing, let's laugh it off or whatever. I think OP is able to laugh it off because it happened to him.
Yeah, I think everyone should be fucking pissed.
Everyone else should be pissed at this teenager.
Or a 37-year-old.
Oh, that's a 37. That's really fucked. I thought it was a 16-year-old this entire time because I'm not listening at all.
I was wondering what you meant by teenager because I think it was like 21, so I thought he was the younger person.
I straight up thought she was 16 this whole time.
27 male, 37 female.
Oh my god. She has a problem. she might still have a problem. I straight up thought she's acting like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
She's significantly nosy to the point of like, oh my god.
At one time.
She needs an intervention. With gossiping. You cannot do this anymore.
You gotta stop talking about like other people's shit and getting into their business.
Like, I don't want to be like, it really kind of doesn't matter, but it does bring on like you have to respect your elders kind of thing. Because she's older than him.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like she's judging and she's like, oh, he's young, so he must be doing drugs.
Yeah. So I was gonna say yeah, but even just hearing that out loud, I'm like, that's stupid.
That's how my family was. Like
Really?
Yeah, my mom and my grandma, they were all, because if you're around drugs and you're around like trauma around it,
yeah,
they are like really hyper. Like, are you doing drugs?
No, and that's
fair.
Doing drugs? Like, you have trauma around it. Yeah, I get it.
Right, but it can manifest in, like, my mom constantly, like, it was ridiculous. Like when I was in middle school, she'd be like, "Is that your drug?" She would do that to my brothers too. Like they would have friends, and she would be like, "He's your drug dealer, isn't he?" And then she would assume that that my brother's friends, whoever she decided was their drug dealer, was their drug dealer, 100%. And then, like, if they were like kind of had like an off relationship with their friend, instead of offering support to them, she would be like, "That's because he's their drug dealer. They don't actually like him." Just because she grew up around people who did drugs a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's possible that that's what's happening.
But it's just so wild to like barge back in after hearing that it's like.
Yeah. And then get upset that like you're humiliated as an adult. Because that was the only thing. It was like maybe laughing at like a teenager, but she's not a teenager. She's an adult. Why would you fucked up? This is real. This is real life. You fucked up and you're getting laughed at. This would happen at your job.
Yeah.
If you fucked up this bad. Dude, I said Jeffrey Dahmer instead of Ted Bundy last week. And you know what? I want to applaud our audience. I want to give them like a nice... Everyone was fine about it in the comments. People are DMing me 16,000 times and even DMing me like, I know other people have DM'd you about this, but I also have to DM you about this. I gotta get it off my chest. People will jump to shame you so bad if you make any mistake in adulthood. I can't imagine that a 37-year-old is pissed that a 20-year-old laughed at her. They'll do that for no reason. Gen Z found out how to make fun of millennials for taking a little bit to record.
Yeah, they call it the millennial pause. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You did this big of a fuck up and you're upset that people are laughing at you?
Yeah, that's not...
And I have a thin skin? Come on, man. Come on, dude. What are you talking about?
Almost 40. Fuck.
You're almost 40.
You're almost the age that like I actually remember my parents being at a young age.
You're upset a 20-year-old laughed at you?
I'm so sorry.
Dude, what?
Listen, yeah, this is for you being wrong.
I did.
And going out of your way to be wrong. You need help.
You need help.
You need some sort of help.
Yeah, I am concerned.
I am concerned too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just Jesus, man.
Yeah, I know. Don't do this to people.
Don't fucking...
Your aunt is a menace to society. She's constantly
or cousin.
Like, oh, your cousin. I don't know anybody's relationship to anyone.
I will say, on the Ted Bundy thing real quick, I thought in my head, I think she means Ted Bundy. I don't know if I should bring this up now. And then he kept saying Dahmer, and I was like, you know what? Maybe she actually knows this more than I do, and I'm just going to let this happen.
And it's because of my brand of like my tone in comedy that I've been really on lately is saying things declaratively.
Yeah.
And I need to get off of that. Because I mean, like, let's be fucking honest. You don't listen. No one listens to me because I'm right about stuff. They listen to me because of my tone of voice is sarcastic. And they think it's funny. Like, you know.
I feel that, yeah.
Sometimes I'm right about stuff.
Sometimes I'm wrong. You know, that's fair. Yeah.
I'm not a broken clock. I'm just like one that's like a little slow.
A little bit off the...
Just a little bit off. You're like, should I change the batteries? I'll wait for it to get worse, I guess.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of making me be on time a little bit because I think everything's a little slower than what it normally is.
Oh, I know now that's exactly 3 minutes before when it actually is. Got it. Cool.